We empower all students to achieve post-high school success. We innovate. We collaborate. We embrace equity. We expect excellence. Educator effectiveness.
An effective educator is somebody who has reached their children and has taught them how to be continuous learners as well and never settle for good enough.
My job is to help kids to meet their goals, and I need help to know how to help them to do that. If I'm going to get better at anything, I need to get feedback.
This particular model really focuses on teaching and instruction and what's happening in the classroom with the kids on a daily basis. It has more to do with the content. It has more to do with the kids and the teachers' interactions. It really gets deeply into our good choices being made about what's happening, what are the kids learning, and if they're achieving the learning targets or not.
Standards-based learning.
I asked you to do 96 skills so far this year, and you have mastered 88. That's awesome. That means you're ready for the test.
The secret is in kids knowing where they are and where they need to be. Well, standards-based learning is the moral imperative of how we deliver instruction. It's the right thing to do because we're giving kids multiple opportunities to show their proficiency towards a particular skill or grade level learning target.
That you know that a 7th grader here to be ready for 8th grade needs to know how to do these things. And then those same students that are in Missouri that are in 7th grade need to do the same skills.
And it's students taking ownership of their learning, not just sitting there waiting for a teacher to tell them how they're doing, but rather they know exactly how well they're doing because of the feedback that they receive.
Future ready.
It isn't about getting a bunch of gear. It's about allowing teachers the freedom to experiment and try new things.
An opportunity for us to serve our students for what they need now, what they need in the future. To teach them to be critical thinkers, to be leaders of their own lives, to be flexible and adaptable. The tools are a vehicle that we haven't had before. The technology is new for us, but our kids are out there using it all the time. We need to be with them. We need to help them. We need to help shepherd them, help them use these tools in a critical way and leverage them for things that they're enthusiastic about.
Culturally responsive practices.
Will you two let me know as you read that if the Spanish in it is good?
To me, there's 3 main components to culturally relevant practice. One is really about knowing myself. So what are some of my own assumptions and biases, and what are some of my cultural references that I use?
Like it or not, we're human, and we have subconscious biases in regards to kids that walk through the door. And I think the first part is just acknowledging that those biases exist.
And then the second part is for me to know my students.
It's about knowing who your kids are from a student experience perspective. And of course that encompasses race, it encompasses culture, but it encompasses so many other things. And so the idea is you are taking the time to know who all of your kids are as soon as they come in. And if you can get that, and if you can embed that in your relationship and within your instruction, you're going to get kids who are more engaged.
And the third part is once I know my assumptions and knowing my students, and with that comes the responsibility of changing and adapting my practice.
AVID.
AVID stands for Advancement via Individual Determination. It started in one school in California with one English teacher and has grown into a system that really trains teachers, supports students, and really looks at how our entire school can support all kids to get ready for college.
Helps me kind of have a higher level of thinking when I'm doing things because I can figure something out, and then if I get it wrong, then I can go back and figure out where I got it wrong.
A lot of the AVID strategies that are used in the elective class are used school-wide.
It gives them an opportunity to know that they are responsible for their own education.
Learning teams.
It's so much better to be in a group rather than closing your door and doing your own thing. A learning team is a group of people, teachers, usually grade level teams, that come together for a common purpose, very goal oriented.
I think there's tons of benefits, especially as a first year teacher. On our team, it's myself and a 30-year veteran teacher, as well as 2 teachers who have been teaching between 10 and 20 years. Not only do I get their expertise and their tried and true methods, I'm also able, I feel like, to give a lot to the conversation as well as a fresh pair of eyes.
The benefits to students is that I feel like we are taking the best practices, the best strategies and ideas, and implementing them into our classroom on a consistent basis, in a consistent way.
Community partnership teams.
Community partnerships make our schools stronger. Community partnerships allow our students to see learning beyond the classroom.
We want to work with students to understand what our work is, maybe inspire them to help us in the future.
And that partnership was strong because professionals in the community came into our classrooms and helped our students learn and grow. I believe that what makes a community strong is a strong community school.